Well, we are back. It's Andrew Breitbart here. I lost Melanie and Mark somewhere, and I've transported a bit of Hollywood here. I've been telling you for years that there is another side of Hollywood that doesn't jump on the anti-war bandwagon, doesn't make anti-war films. This is part of the most exciting part of this new resurgent patriotic loves the troops Hollywood. It's the young side. It's not just the Jane Russells who did their job back in the day. Gary Sinise, who's a little bit older than I am. This is the youth movement that I think that is going to transform this town. Jason Jones is kind of like me out there. You're a maniac. You're out there trying to corral as many of these types as humanly possible. And as such, you are a producer. You produced Stoning of Soraya M., which is having such an impact out there that it is out there in the bazaars of Afghanistan and Iraq. People want to see this movie about the horrors of what happens under an oppressive Islamic regime. Jenny Cadena, you are here today, and Matthew Marsden is also here. By far the most handsome people who have come through here. I'm shaking. When you're around Hollywood beauty, you don't know what to do. For all the troops out there that are paying attention, Matthew Marsden was in Black Hawk Down. You certainly know him. He plays heroes in films, which we need more of them. He was in Transformers. I'm going to bring it down here because as before we started talking, you know, everything's lighthearted here. Everybody's saying hi to each other, and it's a love-in. But I want to bring this to where we are. Debbie Lee lost her son, Mark Lee. He was the first Navy SEAL to die in Iraq, and you were going to invite in today family of somebody who's serving in Afghanistan to show them the type of love and appreciation that they have. And Jenny, could you lead this discussion?
Yes, I was going to invite my cousin to come today, and when I was talking to her on the phone, she told me that her friend died today in Afghanistan. His name was Larry Harris Jr. He was in the 3rd Battalion, 1st Marines, and he was serving in Afghanistan. He was 25 years old.
And you were going to be bringing in a family member,
yeah.
And they can't be here today, obviously, because they just
right.
got the worst message that you can possibly get. I mean, that's horrible, but this is why we're here.
Absolutely.
Is that this is not lighthearted.
Yeah.
This is the reality of what we're facing here, and the very idea that you are in Hollywood and that you know that the first thing that you learn isn't about the casting couch anymore. It's to find out which side of the fence you're supposed to behave when it comes to matters of life and death, war and peace. And the fact that you are standing up, that you are here today, is a testament. You have courage. Matthew, you have been amazing about this, and I don't want to get into it to a great extent, but you have stuck your neck out there, and you are a young, vital actor out there who's in the big movies of our day, and you have just gone out there and said, I don't care what the producers have to say, I don't care what their political favor is. You've said, I'm going to stand up for these guys.
Yeah, well, I was very fortunate that the first movie I ever did in Hollywood was Black Hawk Down, and working in Fort Benning, Georgia with the Rangers and with Harry Humphreys, who was a Silver Star recipient, it showed me something. I always loved America anyway, from afar, being a Brit. You know, I looked at America as the shining city on a hill, and you know, movies made me want to come to America. And having my first experience with the Rangers and working with them, it showed me a brotherhood that I've never experienced since. And it was incredibly humbling to see these men who would do anything for their brothers. And it really stuck with me. And actually, it stuck with all the members of Black Hawk Down. We all have a very special relationship when we see each other. And I know that that's only a tiny slice of what these men have. But it opened a whole world for me, and it showed me the patriotism and how much these guys truly, truly love their country. And it made me fall in love with America even more, because I knew that this is a real, a basic thing in them, that the troops have this overwhelming sense of justice and wanting to serve. And it really, how can you not stand up every day when I go to work? I know it's because these people keep me under this protection and allow me to do my job without fear of being killed, without, you know, I can express my beliefs freely because of these men. And how can we not stand up for them? How can we not?
Well,
how can I play a soldier and not stand up for them?
Well, I think a testament to that is that these guys can see the real deal from a million miles away. They know a phony when they see them. I mean, these guys have great instincts out there. And, you know, while a lot of Hollywood guys get to hang out at Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf and try and make their way on to National Enquirer, you get to jump out of airplanes with these guys on the weekend, and they don't just invite the average dog off the street to do that. What's that like?
Well, you know, when they asked us on Transformers if we wanted to go and do a jump with the Golden Knights, and to me that was the biggest honor that I could ever.
That's your shirt.
I wore my shirt today for my boys, you know, and they took me, and it was amazing. I mean, if you're going to jump with the best in the world, and it was an incredible experience. I'm very privileged, like I said before, to play soldiers. I hope that I do them proud, you know, and if I get typecast playing soldiers for the rest of my life, I'll be a very happy man.
Well, that's wonderful. Jenny, answer me this. If you go to the Scientology acting class or you go into Hollywood...
Right.
Yeah, she did. But, yeah.
She did.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did. That's just my picture in your head. You go there... Isn't it one of the first things you learn in Hollywood isn't to be here today? What is it in your character that you're here today? This is the exact opposite thing you're supposed to be doing. Why are you sitting here, and why are you standing up for what is right and good on this planet?
Well, I didn't live here my whole life, and it took me living in another country in South America, in Colombia, to realize why I love America so much. It took me being in a third world country like Colombia and having everybody be their dream to come to America. America was the promised land, this beautiful nation, a safe nation. And then coming back to America, I was so proud to be American. I was so proud of our military to keep us safe, to have the freedoms that we have, because everybody knows that Colombia isn't the safest of countries.
I'd rather be in Colombia than its neighbor, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, yeah, it took that, and then I've done a lot of traveling, and every time I come back, every time I land in LAX, I can just breathe in and breathe out and know that I'm safe. I just always have that feeling of safety and of pride to be American, to hold that passport.
Well, I'm telling you, we've talked to a lot of talk hosts that do yeoman's work out there, but what you guys do in Hollywood is everything. Culture is more important than politics, and that you are fighting the good fight, and that you came down here. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you do. Jason Jones, thank you very much. Jenny Cadena and Matthew Marsden. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Thank you.
Well, off we go. Our next thingamajig is a thingamajig, and we're going to it right now.